Hallo zusammen, ich bin euer Vlog Dave. Today I want to give you an idea of how Germans usually pronounce and vocalize certain sounds in words. You know, the thing is, when you want to teach someone how to pronounce something in German, you basically tend to say and vocalize and pronounce something overly accurate. For instance, take the verb laufen. Sometimes when you want to explain and to point out how this word can be vocalized, you'd rather say laufen, rather precisely and in a rather educative way, if you will. Don't get me wrong, saying something overly accurate to a learner, for instance, is a good thing at first. But you shouldn't confuse it with the way Germans usually tend to vocalize something in everyday German dialogues, for instance, in conversations with each other. I came up with an exemplary sentence. Ich liebe Sonnenschein und den blauen Himmel. Yeah, I do. Let's begin with the first word, the initial word, ich. I, the combination of the two consonants ch, ch, sounds like ch in many German words. For instance, in this one, ich. Other German words might also contain this letter combination, but then it sounds a bit different. Rather throaty, if you can say that. For instance, in Buch, das Buch, the book. If you're a bit more familiar with some German dialects, you might know that some people tend to say ich or ich instead of ich. If you want to learn more about what certain German dialects can sound like, well, check out my German dialects playlist. Liebe. This is a conjugated verb. So you might notice that the E sound in the middle of this verb is stressed. It's prolonged, so to speak. But why is that? And how can you know? This word contains a typical letter combination, a combination of two distinctive vowels. The German E followed by the German E. And in this case, the E is called das Dehnungs-E, because here this German E basically makes the German E sound long, prolonged, so to speak. It's stressed. Liebe and not Lübbe. So that's one thing we can notice here, and another very typical thing for the German language, I'd say, is the E at the end and how it's pronounced. Liebe. It doesn't really sound like the standard German E at all. It rather sounds a bit strange and weak. Liebe. This particular sound of an E at the end of many German words is called schwa. So as you can see, the same letter can sound differently in different situations, depending on the spot in a word, for instance, the word itself or the context. Sonnenschein. Beautiful, beautiful. This single noun is really useful for pointing out different things. You might have heard that there are two different S sounds in this word. Technically, the second S sound, the beginning of schein, is a combination of three letters, S, C, H, S, C and H. And combined, they sound like sh. And the cool thing for you to remember this one is, it sounds exactly like the English term Schein. Der Schein, the shine. However, it's a bit different for the first S sound being the initial letter here. Sonnenschein. As you can hear, it's less sharp and more gentle sounding, if you will. Imagine the sound a bee makes when it's flying. Zzz. Learn more about the German alphabet, the umlaute ä, ö and ü, and the sz, the sharp S, in my German lesson about that. Taking a look at the conjunction und, you might notice that although it's spelled with a D, it sounds like a T at the end of that word. Und instead of und. I can't really pronounce it with a D at the end, actually.
Spelled with a D, pronounced like a T.
But don't get me wrong, in other words, the D really sounds like a D and not like a T. For instance, in the infinite German verb werden. Den is the flectated form of the German gender article der for masculine words in the accusative case, der Akkusativ, which is one of 4 German grammatical cases. Again, check out my German lesson on this. Once again, be careful here, because in this case we have den with one N, but there is also den with a double N. Whenever you have a stressed but short vowel in a word, the directly following consonant is doubled. This isn't the case for den though. It's not Sonnenschein, but Sonnenschein. In the flectated adjective blauen, referring to blau, the German term for the color blue, you can actually find a distinctive, fixed and recurring combination of two vowels in the German language: a, u, au. This is called a diphthong. Yeah, I also made a German lesson on that topic too. There is a certain tendency towards dropping the e in the syllable at the end of many German words. Remember, in spoken German, that is. And neither forget, this is a tendency. Usually it sounds like blauen. You don't really hear the e, you basically drop it. It's usually that way, but other Germans might rather say blauen, with a slightly more audible, meaning properly pronounced e. And usually Germans would say Himmel instead of something like Himmel, for instance. So let's repeat the sentence one more time. Ich liebe Sonnenschein und den blauen Himmel. If you enjoyed this German lesson, leave a like. Subscribe for more lessons and share this video with other people that want to learn German. Thanks for watching, I'm your Vlog Dave. Tschüss und bis zum nächsten Mal.